Chicago 1 and 2 in offense. Golden State number 1. Chicago number 2. 1-2 in field goal percentage. 2-3 in scoring differential. Really interesting matchup.
And there is electricity in the arena.
I hope so, or all the lights would be out. Here's Paxson. You knew that was coming, right? Set me up.
I set you up. You take it.
You're beautiful. Here's Jordan. Grant, it looks like he's watching a 3D movie. And it goes to Hill. Tyrone Hill. That has the crowd revved up early. Hardaway, the Chicago native, into Alexander. Barging his way in, and Jordan has it. Michael Jordan leading the league at 31.2 a game, and he breaks the seal on this one almost effortlessly.
He would really like to break the ice here at the arena. Believe me, folks, he's thinking about that. It's been too many years and too many droughts.
Season low 14 against the Warriors here last year. Comes off his season low 17 against Milwaukee on Friday. Hardaway looking to tie. Will Purdue the rebound. Here's Jordan. Moves in on Mullin. Mullin draws the assignment here on Jordan early.
He's just looking to set up other players. He can get a shot anytime he desires.
Grant. And a good start for the Bulls. Horace Grant averaging just under 14 a game. His 5th year out of Clemson. 4-0 Chicago. Or if you want, the Bulls, as they're known in the Windy City.
Real key tonight is Hardaway taking Paxson.
Mullin. Good hands by the Bulls. Out of bounds to the Warriors.
3 things have to happen. As you look at Phil Jackson and John Bach, former Warrior head coach, and Tex Winter, and you know Jimmy on the other side, the old
Jimmy Clemens, former Ohio State star. Here's Hardaway as the shot clock expires. Off the backboard, taken by Scottie Pippen, who has emerged as a star in this league. Great pass to Grant. What a fast start by the Chicago Bulls. And Don Nelson wants to talk things over.
Warriors, call time.
The Bulls are on the fly. They're out to a quick start, and with 10-13 remaining in the opening quarter, your score, Chicago to stay around after the final buzzer, because immediately after the Warriors-Bucks game, KFOG 104.5 FM brings you the annual post-game sock-off. You can join KFOG morning man M. Dung for some serious dance it out on the Warriors home court. 6-0 Chicago. Billy Owens stopped by Grant. Marciuliones immediately inserted into the ball game. Victor Alexander on the bench and off Paxson. So we'll see if this strategy employed by Don Nelson works as you look at Phil Jackson.
What's interesting is they have Jordan on Mullin and Pippen on Marciuliones.
Hardaway looking for an opening, finds Hill. And a rebound for Will Purdue. So this isn't the LA Clippers the Warriors are playing, folks. They got down 9-0. Did score in 4.5 minutes on Saturday night. They have to watch out, not dig themselves too deep a hole.
Same color uniforms, different players.
Very good. Very different. Here's Grant. 8 on the shot clock. Swings it away out to Pippen. A chest pass to Paxson. 5 on the shot clock. Looking for the open man. Jordan, good hands by Marciuliones. 1 second. Pippen. No, and it almost went in. And Billy Owens snares it. And he's fouled. Will Purdue says, what? Heated action. They're calling it on Grant, so Purdue was right.
Steve, Hardaway has to break down Paxson. The Warriors have to get out and run, and they've got to defend the other players other than Michael Jordan.
Hardaway. He's bottled up.
Maybe call him time. He called 20 times because he was in danger of a 3-second violation. Nelly hates to burn that 20-second timeout.
So they have to waste a 20. As you look at the field goal percentage, the Warriors have yet to hit.
And as you mentioned, only 2 teams in the NBA to be over 50%. Golden State, very cold. They're not even getting good shots.
So
one shot underneath was blocked by Grant against Billy Owens.
Normally a 51% shooting team. The Bulls at 53. Well, the Bulls are living up to their end of it.
Yeah, Paxson closed off the baseline. That's what you want to do if that side is cleared and force Hardaway back to the middle. Don't allow him to penetrate the baseline. Good defense by Paxson, who is not real swift of foot. but he's clever and he's experienced.
He's coming off a sprained foot against Golden State. The duck under. Nothing going down for the Warriors, but they get the whistle. Tyrone Hill. Foul on Purdue. So Tyrone Hill will go to the line. First Warrior to the foul line tonight. Hill shooting 71%. Warriors as a team 75. He leads the NBA from the field at 71%. And finally the Warriors break the seal. It took them 3 minutes and 1 second.
And people say, how can a guy shoot from the field over 70% and still only hit 70% from the line? Just because you shoot 60 or 70% from the field doesn't make you a good shooter. He only takes good shots. Right around the basket.
High percentage shots. Yes, 6-2 Chicago. They're trying to make it 7 in a row. Nice look by Paxson, and Purdue is fouled by Hill, and he'll go to the line. A chance for a three-point play. Will Purdue, who has done a nice job filling in for Cartwright.
Yeah, here's what you have to do on this play. You've got to give ground. You know contact's going to come. Instead of moving in, as you saw Hill did then, he's got to step back. That's what Grant did a little earlier, and then waited for Owens to go up and cut him right at the top.
Nice rebound by Owens. Purdue not a good foul shooter. 6 for 15 coming in. It's 8-2 Bulls. Hardaway. First field goal.
He tried to beat him, and Grant exposed, and then he waited for Grant to chase a player out of the lane, then he went again.
Well, it took the Warriors some 3.5 minutes to get a field goal. Here's Jordan now. Forces it. No.
That's great defense by Billy Owens.
Beautiful save by Hardaway. Into Owens' hands. Owens with the crossover. Dishes off Marciuliones. Stops. Pops and drops.
Take the rebound at one end and 6'9" and dribble the floor and get yourself an assist.
Don Nelson inserting Marciuliones a few minutes in to try to spark things, and it's working. 8-6 Chicago.
Billy Owens did it all in that play. Stopped Jordan, got the bound, got it out.
Fade away Grant. Not there. Rebound Hill. Tyrone Hill averaging 6.6 rebounds. Second behind Chris Mullin. Marciuliones played by Pippen. Bad pass to the feet of Billy Owens. So the turnover against the Warriors.
Interestingly enough, they haven't even gotten Chris Mullin a shot. You know, I think he's been scoring very easy this year. But they've got to move the offense in a passing game and give him some screens and let him get some shots. Otherwise, he starts worrying about it.
9 on the shot clock.
And I would worry too. When you average 26.
Jordan. Off the pinball effect. It's still loose, and Hill finally corrals. Chance to tie or go ahead here with a 3.
Look at Jordan overplay Chris inside.
And it works. Michael Jordan taking the ball away. Down to Pippen, the ball fake. And a chance for a three-point play. What an acrobatic, athletic move by Pippen.
You saw a great basketball play generated from a great player. Watch this outlet pass. Now watch in midair the fake pass. And then he just comes down. Look at the control. Look at the ability to fade. Concentrate on the hoop. Gets the bump. Gets the basket. The foul. Got a free throw.
Stacey King in for Will Purdue as Pippen goes to the line. He has improved each year. The first year in the league, he averaged 7 points a game. Very erratic. And now he's on the Olympic team. 3-point play.
Well, he's improved in field goal percentage, free throw percentage, rebounds, assists each and every year in the league, and his point total.
Every phase of the game. 11-6. Chicago 6:57 remaining in this fast-paced opening quarter. Marciuliones. Pretty much. Couldn't get by Jordan. They thought it was a foul. Down it goes to Pippen. On the fly, stolen by Hardaway. Back the other way to Marciuliones. A 3-on-2. The ball fake. Marciuliones.
Usually goes right to the rim. That time the ball fake curled under and stuffed it up with the right hand on the English.
Marciuliones playing under the weather. One of several Warriors with the flu. 11-8. Chicago. Pippen. Broken up by Owens. Good read there by Billy Owens.
How about the quickness of Pippen? Now the Warriors here. Marciuliones down the middle. Had a chance to go right to the rim with the left.
He's got to be the best non-all-star in the NBA. Scottie Pippen. Grant, not bad himself. 6 points for Horace.
Yeah, he only got 10 in the last meeting. So that was one of the keys, is didn't get much production out of Grant. Didn't get much out of Stacey King, nor Cartwright.
Pippen goes for the steal. Marciuliones spins away from Jordan, gets in, puts it into the hands of Owens. Owens back to Marciuliones. It is frantic underneath. And it is frantic at midcourt. Pippen fouled by Hardaway.
Timmy doesn't like it. It's a good call. This guy can do it all, Scottie Pippen. How about handling the ball like Magic Johnson out top? What a play.
He has become a brilliant co-star with Michael Jordan. Stolen and then recovered.
Whoops.
Paxson for three.
You don't make that shot after trying just to save it.
Mullin was hanging.
Ill-advised shot from John Paxson. Had to save the ball. You're not going to come back in rhythm and shoot it very straight.
Bulls by three. Jordan open. The pull-up. Not there. Rebound Mullin. This is Marciuliones. Dishes to Oakland. Stacey King clearing the boards. Jordan down to Grant. He eludes Hardaway. Hardaway going for the steal. Grant now has 8. 15-10 Chicago.
Yeah, and you're looking at a great power forward in the NBA, and Grant.
He has blossomed into one of the premier power forwards in the NBA.
And he just has so many abilities at both ends of the floor. Tremendous defender.
Now here's Owens. Goes up with the left hand. He is ambidextrous. Scottie Pippen brings it down.
The Warriors are trying to create things that aren't there. They're trying to manufacture shots.
And Paxson connects from deep. It is 17-10. This represents the Bulls' biggest lead. 4:27 to go in the quarter. Hill with a shake and bake. It counts. Oh, did he beat Stacey King to the punch?
Yeah, two guys that were involved in a possible trade, King and Tyrone Hill. They're going to Tyrone Hill because they can't go to much else. They've tried everything else tonight. Nice move by Tyrone. Good concentration. According to
Warrior assistant Gary St. Jean, that was a trade rumor started by Chicago area media. Hill for King. Of course, it never materialized. Here's Pippen. Broken up inside by Hill. They got it back, though. Fans want traveling on Pippen. Saves it. I don't know how he saved it. Plenty of time on the shot clock, 15. Here's King posting up. Hill on the overplay, and King got free.
Bad risk. Shot clock was going down. If you go for that pass that deep at the basket, you better come up with the ball.
So King gets his revenge on Hill. 19-12 Bulls. They've led from the outset. The isolation, Hardaway and Paxson. Marciuliones. Off the bench with 6 points. He's been off the bench the last 4, averaging 18.3. As a starter, was averaging just 13.8.
They quickly got Alexander out, and Owens moves into the center spot.
And Marciuliones with the rebound.
They need something to shoot. Look at that, he can't get a foul.
Looking for the call, very upset with the officials, is Marciuliones. Here's Pippen. Every move in the book, and he goes right at the rookie, Billy Owens.
If you run back defense and really hustle back, he can't make that curl-in move. You take away the middle. He just had too much room to operate.
Well, so far, the star hasn't been Jordan. It's been Pippen and Grant. And a foul on Pippen. Chicago. That's going to be his first. And the Bulls call time. 2:51 to go in the first quarter. Interesting, Jim. Last year, Phil Jackson, the Bulls coach, passed out books to his players. Remember that?
Yes.
Like Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. I know one book he's not planning to hand out, The Jordan Rules.
Yeah, the Stan Smith book. That's a phantom book. You know, the two most people that they talked about in there, the most frequent people, Michael Jordan and Jerry Krause. Stan Smith never talked to either one of them. They're the shooting on the night. Of course, the Warriors were 0 for 5. Now they brought that up, and Chicago's brought back down to 50.
But interesting to see how the book, if anything affects the Bulls. Probably not, though. Here's Marciuliones on a nice pass from Mullin, but Owens is there for the follow. First field goal for Billy Owens, who made his NBA debut in Chicago a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I want to say real quickly, too, back to the reading of Phil Jackson. I played with him for 2 years in New York. He was a voracious reader. Always had a book in his hand. Of course, his roommate, best friend, was Senator Bill Bradley.
King. No. Tipped in.
What a tip in by Horace Grant. Hill did not get contact with him, didn't keep him away.
Grant has 10. Owens tied up, double team. Long pass. Ill-advised pass, but the Warriors dodge a bullet.
Yeah, Billy Owens. And now there's a rookie mistake. Even if Marciuliones catches it, he will have no shot. The defense recovers. Mullin was up top. You've got to get Mullin a couple shots, folks, or he's going to take it one-on-one. And it's pretty much of a traffic jam in the painted area tonight with the Bulls.
B.J. Armstrong, his third year out of Don Nelson School. Iowa replacing Paxson. Here comes Burley. Tom Tolbert into the game. Tyrone Hill goes out with 4 points, 1 personal foul, and 3 rebounds. 23-16. The Bulls. Marciuliones fronted by Pippen. Mullin. Way off the mark.
He was worried about Jordan jumping out even then. Jordan stayed home, just down flat on the floor. He's done a terrific job on Mullin so far. Jordan, you know, all defensive team. He does it at both ends.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Grant. Into Jordan. And he's fouled. Jordan, who has 1 field goal, but of course has 40 or more 3 times this season already over 9 games, although the Bulls are 1-2 over that stretch.
You know, I talked to Tex Winter before the game about maybe you run something for Michael early because of the problems he's had here at the ring. He said, no, you start doing that and you get all kinds of problems. You want the game to come naturally. You want it to come to you. Right now, Michael Jordan has been very passive. And I use that double meaning because he's getting the ball to the other teammates. The big guy that's hurt the Warriors so far is Horace Grant.
Grant has been a terror. He has 10 points all from the floor. And it's 25-16, Chicago's biggest lead.
Michael's hurting the Warriors at this end, just blanketing Chris Mullin. He can't even catch the ball.
Mullin 1 for 2 thus far. Here's a steal by Grant. He's doing it at both ends, too. Pippen! Like a rocket. Pippen has 7. And the Bulls giving the Warriors a little taste of their own medicine here as they bolt down the floor. 11-point lead. 1 minute to go in the first.
I'm still amazed by Pippen's move that last time down.
Marciuliones. Stolen by Jordan. And he is fouled by Marciuliones.
Penalty situation.
That's going to be 2 on Marciuliones.
Second personal, number 13, Marciuliones.
Oh, the story of the game, Steve, is the defense of the Bulls. They are taking the Warriors out of every half-court opportunity. Simple as that.
Michael Jordan, who comes off his season low last Friday, but averaging 31.2, misses the first. Came in 86% of the line. Reigning MVP and 5-time scoring champ. You mentioned Phil Jackson before. I had the opportunity to work 2 years with Phil when we were broadcasting New Jersey Nets games together on television, and I thought he might head into politics too. Very bright young man. 28-16, Chicago.
I'll tell you one thing about Jackson. He dresses a heck of a lot better than he did when he played with the Knicks. And they're all free, too. He's got a deal going with clothes.
Tolbert for 3. With the Knicks, he was known as Head and Shoulders. And the crowd starting to turn. Here's Jordan. Tolbert taps it over to Mullin. Mullin trying to get into the offensive flow, but Jordan won't let him. 1 shot time. There's a 3-second differential on the shot clock. Here's Marciuliones. The deal to Tolbert. Tenacious defense by Chicago. Almost resulted in another turnover.
Yeah, they saved the basket, though. There's a nice move by Owens and a good play by Tolbert to hang on to the ball. Billy Owens had a layup if he could have caught the ball.
5 on the shot clock. 8.8 on the overhead. Here's Tolbert. Barging in. Lost the handle. 3 seconds for the Bulls. Pippen launches from half court. It hit the rim. Tough first quarter for the Golden State Warriors. Don Nelson, a few words for Tom Tolbert, and after
Let's think about, does defense win games? Is defense played in the NBA? A lot of people don't think they play defense. Believe me, they do. Chicago, 98.6. They're 7-2. The lowest team, 95.6. That's Houston. They're 7-2. Miami, surprising Miami Heat. They're 6-2, but they hold opponents to a little over 98 points a game. And San Antonio at 6-1. They're the other team. So 7-2, 7-2, 6-2, 6-1, all on defense.
You mentioned 98.6. That's normal. And Chris Mullin would like to get back to normal. So would Tim Hardaway, who has just 2 points on 1 for 3 shooting. 28-16, Chicago by 12.
Looks like a brilliant move, you know, Mullin coming off 38 against Chicago. And Pippen, I thought, was a guy that can defend him, but he was a guy that had him assigned in Chicago. Now they switch over Jordan, and he has worked to perfection.
Second quarter underway. Mullin trying to get his shot.
Look how Jordan fights through screens. He doesn't say switch.
He's all over Mullin, and he stole the ball. It's recovered by Mullin. Bobby Hansen into the game, and Hansen combined with Jordan all over Chris Mullin. Hansen traded for Dennis Hobson a few weeks ago.
You knew who the foul was going to go on.
It's not Jordan.
Yeah. Now there's Jordan slapping it loose. Mullin with the quick hands just saves it. Hansen reaches in. So does Jordan, but they get it on Hansen. But another turnover in live action once again.
Michael Jordan. The Warriors really struggling here in the opening half. Cliff Livingston into the game. Jordan with his 3rd steal. Nice pass by Bobby Hansen, and Livingston with a fallback. Kept alive by Stacey King. And now the Bulls controlling just about every facet of the game. Stacey King makes it 30-16. The finger roll by Marciuliones, and the foul. But the Warriors seem to be out of sync, out of rhythm. They're forcing everything. Like you said, just kind of manufacture things.
Well, they finally opened up a lane. Now watch, Hardaway sees this. He says, let me clear a little bit. Marciuliones gets the lane down the middle. He can take Bobby Hansen at will. Now, Bobby Hansen, not a great defender.
And the way this game is going, they're going to need all the help they can get. And that miss from the free throw line has to turn Don Nelson's stomach.
The Warriors have had 5 turnovers already.
3 steals alone by Air Jordan. 7 on the shot clock. Broken up by Hardaway. They return the favor. 2-on-1. The trailer, Mullin.
Hardaway screened off Jordan just enough to allow Mullin to get to the rim in the backboard. Jordan couldn't block.
Defense is what got the Warriors back into the game on Saturday night, as Rod Higgins pointed out on our postgame with Jim Barnett. Let's see if it happens again. Of course, once again, this is the Bulls and not the Clippers. King, ooh, what a shot.
Well, remember, defense got the Warriors back in the game in Chicago Stadium when they went on that 24-2 run. Not only offense, but defense, certainly.
They went from a 9-point deficit, you recall, in that game to a 13-point lead. Their offense wasn't bad either. They went for 11 for 11. Marciuliones with a wild shot. That's not going in. He's just trying to get a whistle.
Chicago is possessed tonight.
On cue, Michael Jordan with a vintage slam. He has 7. 34-20, Chicago. 9:40 to go in the half. Tolbert. And he drew the foul. It's on Stacey King, his second.
Good defense fuels a fast break. Hansen over to Jordan, and he just skies. Cut the front of the rim with that ball, but his strength just took it on home.
The tongue-wagging Michael Jordan's trying to cut down on that. In fact, he was wearing a mouthpiece earlier this year, because he noticed that his son was doing it around the house, and it didn't look nice.
Neither does the missed free throws.
Yep.
Or do the missed free throws.
Grammatically speaking, correct. Tom Tolbert, 5 for 7 from the line coming in, and he misses both. 34-20, and the Bluebirds come out at the Coliseum Arena. Mullin picks the pocket of Bobby Hansen, totally overmatched. Warriors once again trying to create here defensively. Livingston with a fadeaway rebound. Oh, what a rebound by Jordan. And then he's fouled by Tom Tolbert. I thought Tolbert had that rebound, and Jordan came out of nowhere.
Warrior foul, the first team foul of the period. 34, Tom Tolbert, second.
Number 1 on Tolbert.
Warrior substitution.
Yeah, here's the Mullin steal a moment ago against Hansen. He's just looking up the official, and he's at the official's mercy. Mullin goes in scot-free.
Now Hill's back. Higgins is in. Higgins has been the one, as we discussed in the pregame, who has ignited the Warriors time and time again. Let's see if Higgins, the Chicago native and former Chicago Bull, can come through again for the Warriors.
Well, the way the Bulls are packing it in, trying to take away the middle, trying to take away the lane. Higgins could get free on the outside. Of course, they've made some adjustments since that last game.
He was an integral part of that comeback by Golden State in Chicago. Rod Higgins. Jordan now with 9, 36-22, Chicago.
Yeah, Higgins with 5 field goals in that third quarter, 2 of them three-pointers.
Hardaway fouled by Armstrong. Number 1 on BJ. Non-shooting.
Step up.
You're not going to beat the Bulls tonight off the dribble. You're going to beat them off the pass and moving without the ball.
One of the Warriors' biggest strengths is our outside shooting. Ball goes to Chicago, and if they're going to beat the Bulls, they're going to have to come through from the perimeter, too. 36-22. The Bulls with 8:40 to go in the second.
And B.J. Armstrong is not your normal little guy off the bench now. In his third year, he's playing, over half a game. He's got a lot of confidence. His scoring average has doubled.
He did a great job starting 3 games for Paxson early this year. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Ooh, and a whistle on Marciuliones. His third. Marciuliones came in early, about 2 minutes into the game for Victor Alexander.
Yeah, Nelly called timeout when it was 6-zip. Needed to make a change, and it's helped a little, but still the Bulls just overpowering.
Gordon, no. Down it goes to Mullin. Higgins ran the floor and got rewarded by Chris Mullin. 36-24. Jordan passing up the shot, and King is fouled.
You see the frustration by Mullin as he bangs the ball down. How do you defend this? How do you defend a guy who goes up for a shot, clearly for a shot, and hangs so long that finally someone gets open underneath? Stacey King, an easy recipient.
That is very impressive, and that's number 4 on Marciuliones. So he's going to get the quick exit, and now Don Nelson will put Mario Ellie into the ball game. Marciuliones gets a good hand. He leaves with 8 points, but 4 fouls. Ellie off a season-high 22 minutes in the win over the Clippers on Saturday. King with a 3-point play has 9, 39-24. The Bulls. Ellie right into it. Oh, in and out. Kept alive by Hardaway. Reverse. And the tip is good by Higgins. The Bulls wanted it to be waved off, but the ball was off the rim.
Great split-second timing by Higgins. Tough break by Ellie.
Hill on the overplay going for the gamble, and he got burned by King. King looking very sharp. Seems to be in shape. He was overweight last year, which really hurt him defensively. He was a big scorer at Oklahoma. So far, a big scorer tonight. Mullin way off. He thought he was fouled by Jordan. Armstrong getting pushed and shoved by Hardaway, so things are really getting hot and heavy now.
Yeah, Stacey King, look at, he wants the ball. Here's a guy that's averaging, under 6 points a game, and he's got confidence now with 11 already in the first half.
Look at that ball by Jordan. And Hardaway yanks it down. The Warriors on the fly. They want to run. Here comes Hardaway. Higgins. Hansen as the Bulls fly back the other way. Hansen wanted it. Couldn't connect. It's off Jordan. It'll be Warrior ball. Warriors time. 6:41 to go in the first half.
Thank you, Steve. I'm here with Nellie's better half, Miss Joy. You guys got married this summer. Nellie seems a little mellower this year. Marriage have anything to do with it?
Well, maybe off the court, but not on the court. On the court, I think winning is what's mellowed him.
All right, Nellie, during the season, what is he like? Does he bring the game home with him, or when he comes home, does he relax?
No, he definitely brings it home with him. It's part of his total persona, and it's there all the time.
All right, Don Nelson's better half, Miss Joy. Back to you, Steve.
All right, thanks, Shu. 41-26. The Bulls. 6:40 to go in the first half. We have the pleasure of Miss Joy sitting behind us during the ball games. Here is Hardaway. In he goes.
I like that play out of a timeout. Clear the side and you run a back door. We used to call that the blind pig.
Is that right?
Yeah, they don't know a guy's cleared out.
20-second timeout. Phil Jackson. Phil checking B.J. Armstrong. He told me before the game he hopes he lasts through the entire game tonight. He got ejected at halftime against the Warriors in the last meeting.
You see the overplay by Armstrong allows Hardaway to break free after the pass by Ellie. Overplaying the passing lanes enables you to get a chance to go backdoor. And even if you don't get the ball, you have to continue and continue to try to go backdoor.
And you know, Jim, there's been lots of talk about Tim Hardaway as a possible candidate to take Magic Johnson's spot on the Olympic team should Magic not participate.
It seems natural to me.
What a great thrill that would be for young Tim.
Yeah, and what a great representation from a fine young man. Hey,
Vincent Askew, Vincent, who was very instrumental in the comeback in Chicago a few weeks ago, replacing Tyrone Hill. Here is Horace Grant, broken up by Mullin. He's got the hands. 13-point ball game. Warriors never out of a game. Doesn't matter what the score is. Hardaway again. He's got 6, and suddenly he has come alive. 11-point game.
Now all of a sudden, Jordan out of the game. The Bulls aren't defending as well.
The crowd charged up, trying to urge the Warriors on defense. Here's Pippen. Fans try to travel, but those are some dazzling moves. He is a dynamo. Pippen's got 9. 13-point lead.
Scottie just, what a nice move by
A slashing move.
Vincent Askew.
Askew, you'll notice the Band-Aid over his right eye. You know what happened? He walked into his locker in his dressing room. Sounds like something I would do. 43-32, Chicago. Pippen, nice play. Dribbled it right off Mullin. Mullin with those quick hands. Here's Pippen. Off the mark, rebounded by Mullin.
Warriors scored right back in the game, single digits.
They've trailed from the outset. Here's Mullin. Aaron pass. Hanson down to Pippen. And he is fouled by Rod Higgins. It all got going with a turnover by Chris Mullin. Number 1 on Higgins.
Yeah, Nelly's got to be a little frustrated because they play such good defense, and you don't want to pass cross court, sideways. You've got to keep your passes going, basket to basket, vertical planes. Sideways passes like that get you into real trouble. They can anticipate, go to the passing, and they've done it several times tonight.
Pippen missing the first. Mullin kicking himself in the pants for that pass. No question about it. He's down on himself. Very seldom do you see that happen. And you got to give credit to Phil Jackson for staying with Bobby Hansen. He looked very bad early. He had all kinds of problems. Mullin stole the ball away from him. They were blowing by him. He stayed with him. He's hanging in there.
And defending Mullin right now, Mullin would love to break loose. Somehow just get going. Let's see if they run something from the weak side for him.
Bulls by 12, 4:35 in the half. This is Hardaway. Shot clock down to 5. Mullin, 3, 2. Ellie looking to keep it alive. Nice play. They get a new 24. Mullin digging in, plus the 5. Ellie could field at the 2 former New York area playground people. Ellie and Mullin.
Well, this time Mullin just keeps moving, keeps circling, keeps moving. Watch him go down. Now he rubs a little brush screen. That's just called a brush screen, not set up. That's just innate ability to read a defense and what an offensive player will do for you.
The brush screen has nothing to do with the pigs, does it?
No, it's different than a regular screen where you're setting it up and you just kind of brush by and just all you need is a half step.
Oh, brother, what a collision. What a vibration. Rod Higgins got Cliff Livingston on the hip.
Well, this is what you call meeting him at the top. Higgins, I mean, perfect timing. Now, there was a little hip-to-hip contact. But I'll tell you what, you can't play better D than that. There's going to be some contact. Sometimes they'll let that one go.
Beautiful move by Rod Higgins, who I've always thought of as a hip guy. As he goes hip-to-hip with Livingston, and Michael Jordan comes back in for Bobby Hansen, who tried to hold the fort. 6'8" Cliff Livingston, 10th year out of Wichita State, comes in with such an enthusiastic attitude.
Well, he did a great job in the finals against L.A. last year. Missed both today.
Ed Rush making the call on Askew.
Number 4, Vincent Askew.
Number 1 on Vincent Askew.
Well, the two guys that have done the damage at the offensive end. Don Nelson knows he has to make some adjustments at the half. Horace Grant, who's at the line, and of course Stacey King. And in the Chicago meeting a couple of weeks back, Grant had 10, King had 6. That's 16. I don't know what they got, but I know they're over 20 right now in the first half combined.
King coming back. He was a factor. He replaces Livingston. And in the book, The Jordan Rules, there is a feud, a developing feud between Jordan and this man, Horace Grant, but you don't know how true it is. Very interesting goggles.
Yeah, Sam Smith, the author of that book, was a political reporter. So now he calls himself an investigative reporter. In fact,
you're on him, huh?
General manager Jerry Krause is a very clandestine, secretive guy. Sam Smith says, I know every move he's going to make.
Ellie! Not a bad move there!
Yeah, Stacey King didn't know the move of Ellie. He goes right to the rims, as so well for his side.
9-point game. Warriors have it into single digits. 3:50 to go in the half.
Askew's the guy that did a good job on Stacey King in Chicago. He's got him now.
Jordan. Money in the bank. His third bucket. Michael Jordan now has the 11th.
He's scoring a little bit, but he's not shooting the ball well. He hasn't taken a lot of shots, but I know he's not, high percentage right now.
3 for 9. Yes.
Excuse me, Steve. He had a shot. He had about a 6-foot shot, and you have to take that.
He's almost too unselfish sometimes, and then Horace Grant bats it out with 1 on the shot clock, and this is next to impossible now.
Yeah, you see, you just dig yourself a hole.
Yeah, he should have shot it when he had about 5 or 6.
Well, he should have shot it when I think it was Mullin passed off to him.
Almost unselfish to a fault sometimes. Higgins blocked by King, and back come the Bulls. Good effort there by Higgins. Almost got it to go. Here's Pippen. Backs in, posting up on Ellie. So tough to play. Look at these moves by Pippen.
He just elongates. Unbelievable, the mobility, and he's almost like a clay guy. He just kind of stretches.
A Gumby type move. Higgins for 3. A home run for Rod Higgins. 7 points off the bench for Higgins. 50 to 40. Warriors down 10. Jordan saves. Jordan with Mullin, 9 on the timer. And Askew with possession, shoved from behind by Stacey King. 3 on King. Oh, it's tough in the trenches tonight. Here's a timeout. Check in with the shoe.
Thanks a lot, Steve. Coming up at halftime, we'll take a tour of the NBA, our community journal, and we're going to take a look back at this young season with the Warriors. Stay tuned. All that coming up at halftime.
All right, Mike. Don Nelson doing some pacing.
Yeah, he's got problems at both ends. Nobody in a Warrior uniform is in double figures yet. 2:25 left in the second quarter, and 4 Chicago Bulls, led by, of course, Grant and Pippen, and then Jordan and Stacey King.
46 points amongst those 4.
Yeah, you say you allot Jordan. You just say, okay, we're going to give Jordan 25 to 30, maybe 35. But we can't allow a Stacey King to come in and beat us at the end of the game and say, well, he picked up 14 or 16, and Horace Grant picks up another 17 or 18. You just don't win the game that way.
It should ask you 1 out of 2.
Particularly with the type of defense we're talking about. The most prolific scoring team in the NBA, the Warriors, and they're held right now to 41.
With 2:14 to go in the first half. 50-41, 9-point Chicago lead. Pippen posting on the much shorter Ellie. And he wins that battle with no problem. 14 for Pippen.
You know, usually you terminate a dribble, you're back to the basket, you have no shot. He just goes up, creates one, fades away, and gets it in the bottom of the hole.
Ellie for 3. Way off. Bulls, for the most part, staging a clinic here in the first half.
He Grant wanted an alley-oop.
Mullin, you heard the slap as it went off Mullin's hand out of bounds. Mullin looking to get on track, but it's so difficult against Jordan. The defense is sometimes overlooked. Horace Grant already has 9 rebounds.
And Mullin's on 9 points, but they've been a hard 9.
They have not come easily. 3 on the shot clock. Pippen down to Livingston. Grant, Ellie, look at that. Marciuliones at 6'5". Out-dueling Horace Grant, looking for his 10th rebound. Here's Hardaway. Look at that shot! And it counts! Tim Hardaway! One for the books.
Yeah, and it doesn't come easy either. Hardaway just dissecting up that tough Chicago defense tonight. Acrobatic shot, little jump hook over a bigger Livingston, and after all those moves.
Tyrone Hill is back. Well, Tim Hardaway knows this ball game is being back to the Windy City, and he's got a lot of friends and relatives back in Chicago, and he probably took them out of their seats there.
It's amazing how the Warriors have been down in so many areas in free throw shooting, and yet they're only 9 points out of the game right now.
That has to be making Phil Jackson wondering right now. This is far from over as Paxson can't connect.
Well, that's got to make you feel good if you're a player in white, believe it or not.
Absolutely. Here's one of them, Mullin. Rebound Hill. Look out, deflected. Taken back by Hardaway. Tim Hardaway. Oh, what a move. Everything but. Back tap by Ellie. Look at this action. Mullin looking for help. Into Ellie. Askew. And Hardaway sets it up calmly. 12 on the shot clock. This is Mullin. He's got it! What a move! I thought he was stumbling to the floor.
He was stumbling, never got more than 4 inches off the floor, Steve. But he went 8 feet horizontally.
It's wild. Warriors within 7. 18 seconds to go, and they have. 4-second differential on the shot clock. And the foul. Deafening here in the arena.
Michael Jordan says, okay, game's on the line here. We're coming down to the close of this first half. It's my court. I'm going to play king of the court. Simple one-on-one.
Jim, we're 10 games into an 82-game schedule. It feels like the playoffs.
Well, that's the way the Bulls approached this game. You could see by the intensity, the way they came out. They approached this with that venue.
Jordan 5 for 6 from the line. Bobby Hansen is in there. Hansen, a tough defensive gritty ball player, so that's why Jackson has inserted him.
Yeah, I said earlier, not a great defender, but not on a guy like Hardaway. Pretty good position defender. I really think he feels better guarding a Mullin, someone of that nature. You got to push this ball up.
Here comes Hardaway as the first half comes to a close. It's Mullin, swatted away by Livingston as he collides with his teammate Hansen. They locked legs and went down together. But they're both okay, fortunately. 0.6 on the clock. 0.6 of a second. And it's Jordan again who got a piece. And it's down to 2
It's over. It's over. Oh, going to give. If 0.2 of a second, you can't even make a tip. So Eddie Rush goes over to the scorer's table and says, we're going to put 0.3. You've got to have 3. That's interesting.
What a difference. 0.3 of a second. This will be miraculous if they score, and that would have been the only way. A touch basket. Well, I'll tell you, Don Nelson takes one last glance at the scoreboard as he heads into the locker room. This one is far from in the books. It is Askew, Ellie, Owens with Hardaway and Mullin to begin the second half against Michael Jordan and company. So going with a real smallish, quick lineup here. Let's see if the Warriors can do it again and come from behind against the Bulls. Tim Hardaway, who came on strong towards the end of the first half. Here's Hardaway again. Barreling in. Got it. Got a friendly roll. 10 points for Hardaway, and just like that, it's a 7-point game.
Well, the bigger Warriors didn't defend the front line. Let's see if, like you say, these little guys can scramble around and create some things.
The Warrior Lilliputians will try to turn things around here. Warriors did outscore the Bulls by 3 in the second period. Here's a steal by Owens with help from Ellie. Ellie pushes it down. Mullin. What a play by Jordan. Kept alive. Gorgeous play by Ellie. And Mullin is fouled by Paxson. What a play by Jordan to stop Chris Mullin a moment ago.
Well, he's so explosive, gets up so quickly, almost pinned this to the board. Nice little bounce pass, and Mullin will lose Pippen, but look what Ellie does afterwards. Tries to flip it back over in the middle. Mullin had to come back in bounds and establish position. You can't be stepping from out of bounds and be in the air and catch the ball. It would have been a violation.
And this is where the Warriors really struggled in the first half from the free throw line, where they were 4 for 10. Mullin 79% on the season, able to make both.
Well, as you and I talked about when we were off air, it's amazing the Warriors only down by 9 points after 42.6% shooting and a lot of turnovers.
And that had to concern Phil Jackson.
Yeah, and not very good defense they weren't playing in that first half.
5-point game. Paxson with an open jumper. He's going to bury it most of the time.
Yeah, when you say open, you're talking 70% from that guy.
That was the San Andreas Bull. 56-49. Mullin looks to counter. Not there. Hardaway. Pushed off. And Hardaway acknowledging Eddie Rush says, good call.
First, he looked underneath the Nolan fine because he knew he was blocked out on the play. If he'd have called it, he would have been upset. He saw Eddie Rush at half court and acknowledged it.
And had the angle, number 2 on Hardaway. 7-point Chicago lead. Jordan congested there by Mullin. Really bottled up. Nice rebound. Ferocious rebound by Askew. A look away down to Owens. Billy Owens fouled. Been kind of a quiet game for Billy Owens. He just got slapped upside the face. Welcome to the NBA, Billy.
Yeah, he's got to step it up a bit, Steve. He has really got to step it up. Now, here I thought he had a good chance to convert something. I don't care if he did get fouled. He should have made that basket. Not to criticize him, but he was all alone right at the rim. Michael Jordan is still suffering shooting woes here. He's 3 for 11 in the game.
So the Coliseum Arena curse somewhat continues. It'll be the Warriors and the Seattle Supersonics. Our next game on the Warriors Basketball Network, Tuesday at 7 p.m. Cliff Livingston checking in. Owens makes 1 of 2. 56-50, Chicago. It's been Chicago all the way. Their biggest lead, 15. Warriors outscored the Bulls 29-26 in the second, and now this ball going against Paxson. And Phil Jackson a little emotional on the bench.
We'll see what happens. Some of the bigger guys say, okay, we're going to post up inside. They get a little bit rambunctious, a little over anxious, and just a simple push off inside.
Well, they called it on Jordan, but it was only his first. 10:18 to go in period 3. It's just a 6-point Chicago lead.
Somehow,
Bill Walsh. And Bill, the college football this year, NFL, when do you find time to come out to the NBA games?
Well, during the week I'm free. That's what's good about broadcasting, no question about it.
All right, Coach Nelson's blending youth with veterans, something you used to do with the Niners, and the Warriors are playing well.
Well, he's the greatest coach, in my opinion, in the world. And he's just done a fabulous job with his team. And at some point, 2 or 3 of these young guys will become superstars, and he'll win it all.
All right, Bill Walsh, you heard it here. Back to you, Steve.
Pretty high praise from one of the great coaches in his own right. And that pass out of bounds by Michael Jordan. Bill Walsh, front row and center to see Air Jordan and company.
You see the season field goal percentage, unbelievable. Michael Jordan at 62, but tonight, 3 for 11, and he's stuck on 13, which is indeed an unlucky number.
That's right. Oh, and an unlucky move there. Hardaway yelling out, "My fault," to Marciuliones. Earned pass by Hardaway.
Turnovers even at 7 apiece.
Warriors #1 at forcing turnovers in the NBA.
This looks like the LA game. Patient offense with a 24-second clock. Throw it down inside. If they double team you, triple team you, throw it back out. But work your offense. Another turnover.
That was Paxson's hands creating that. Here is Michael Jordan going to town on Mullin. And Chris Mullin holding on to him for the foul. Well, Jordan has 15, which is one more than he had all last year in one game here. Back in November of 1990, when he was held to his season low. And Jordan going to the line.
Yeah, Mitch Richmond at that time did a super job on Michael Jordan last year. And Jordan really admires Mitch Richmond, says he plays a lot like, myself. And defensively, of course, Jordan loves to take shots. He enjoys defending just as much as creating something offensively.
Now, when you say he plays a lot like myself, you mean Jordan plays a lot like Jim Barnett or Mitch Richmond?
I was speaking for Michael Jordan about Mitch Richmond.
I see.
Certainly. No way, Steve.
Where'd you look close? 59-50. Warriors down 9. Nice goal. 59-52. The Warriors down 7, hanging tough.
And they'll hang tougher if Chicago can just start missing a few or losing it out of bounds.
A double touch. Owens created that turnover. Off Grant. Down to Ray. Look out. Whew. Was he airborne or what?
Oh, did he climb the rope? The imaginary rope. He just took it right up and over and into Cliff Livingston.
And Ellie being appreciated by the fans.
Yeah, you see the nice little play by Owens. Screening off inside. You may have missed that little subtle play, but Billy Owens is a smart player. He held the Bulls at bay momentarily, allowing Ellie to get the lane.
Livingston committed the foul, and Ellie to the line for the first time. Just 5 for 6 going into the game. He makes 2. That's a 5-point game.
He makes 2, and that's new. Somebody can do it.
Warriors have been having their problems at the line overall. 8:50 to go in the third. Warriors have never led.
That's good D inside. You see, maybe catch it further away. Oh, open jumper.
Paxson. Owens out. Rebound by Pippen, broken up by Hardaway. Askew flings it down to a hanging Mullin. Oh, brother, what a play! How did Askew know he was there?
That's the question. How did he know he was there? I thought he was throwing it away, quite frankly. I said there's no one there.
Now, folks, that's teamwork. 59-56, the Warriors within 3. They were down by 15 in the second period.
Makes Mullin look good when they miss the shot, though, and get the steal. He's basket hanging.
He's done that a few times tonight. A war going on between Owens and Grant down low. 7 on the shot clock. Jordan off to Paxson. Corner to Pippen. Kept alive by Grant. And Jordan will get the roll plus the foul. A very determined looking Michael Jordan.
Everybody playing big. Look at Hardaway come over and take away the pass to Grant and Askew in one motion down to Mullin for an easy 2. But Hardaway, the initiator, and Askew heads up play. Michael Jordan now. There are his point totals mainly from the line you can see.
Yeah, he has 19 points now.
But he did a little talking after he scored. Did a little talking over to the bench, the Warrior bench.
8 minutes to go in the third. Yeah, he did that a lot in Chicago a few weeks ago. Owens rejected by Pippen. Will be Warrior ball.
You can't just go up and over people if they're already established in good position between you and the hoop. You have to have some kind of advantage. Make a little more of a move.
Tough pass. Mullin right off the foot of Billy Owens. And that has Mullin talking to himself, apologizes to Owens for the inbound pass. Jordan. Michael Jordan now has 21, and in 4 of the 7 meetings here at the Coliseum Arena, he had been held under 20. Not tonight.
Yeah, he's starting to feel it. 8 points this quarter, and you still got 7.5 minutes left.
Look out now. Hardaway dribbles into trouble. Paxson steals. Look out. It's Mullin and Grant. It's off Mullin. Boy, they were coming right at us. Phil Jackson discussing things with Scottie Pippen, and Rod Higgins in for Ellie, who gets a nice hand. Ellie leads with 6 points. Grant. 14 for Horace Grant. Back to a 10-point Chicago lead. 7:08 left in the third. Mullin with Jordan. Jordan has been so tough on Mullin tonight. 7 on the shot clock. Askew, the double clutch move. That's pretty.
Yeah, very pretty. That's the adjective.
8-point Chicago lead. Both teams 7-2, lead their respective divisions. Look at this slip and slide move by Jordan. Everything but. Should be off Livingston, yes. Mullin thought about a baseball pass on the inbound. Higgins the three. Instant offense.
They close it to 5 in a big way.
2 threes for Higgins tonight. 66-61.
Now if they can keep him on the perimeter and keep possession of the ball in their own half court.
Tapped away by Hardaway. He'll chase it down. Reverse. It's a 3-point game. It was 10 a moment ago. Tough defense by the Warriors. It's off Golden State. Tyrone Hill is back.
Well, the good defense deflection by Mullin. Hardaway chases it down, but watch this reverse move. Watch Jordan go by. He protects the right side of the basket, and Timmy just eludes him. Very pretty move.
7 on the shot clock. A 7-point Warrior run over the last 54 seconds. 20-second timeout off the pressure by Golden State. Had to.
Yeah, Golden State has turned the tide. They've stepped up the defense. Phil Jackson, he's got some problems now. He's got to go back to the drawing board. And, folks, we have a basketball game.
No question. Well, Saturday night we have another basketball game. November 23rd when the Warriors take on the Bucks. Make sure you're at the arena for the John Morrell Kids Hoop Shoot. Don't stop the noise as you cheer the kids on during the John Morrell Kids Hoop Shoot, brought to you by the fine family of John Morrell Meat Products. 66-63. The Warriors down 3. 5:45 to go in the third. Tim Hardaway has sparkled. He has sizzled. That was a gorgeous reverse layup moments ago.
Well, he knew Michael would go for the block, as he always does. And he just was under complete control. Look at him. Corner of the eye. Says, okay, Michael, you go up. I'll just hang. Go to the easy side. Home free.
That was a work of art. Pippen. Oh, did he drill it. 16 for Scottie Pippen. 68-63. Chicago by 5. Warriors walk it down in deliberate fashion.
He's got the right side.
Hardaway can't split the defense. Askew kept alive by Mullin. Here's a wrap to Higgins. Higgins has done it again. He's come off the bench to ignite the Warriors.
And once again, Steve, Askew very reluctant to shoot the outside shot. He shoots it. You see what happens? Mullin gets an offensive rebound. Opens it up for Higgins inside. And what a nice hanging touch by Higgins. He completes the three-point play. He scored 6 in the last minute and a half.
And has 13 all told. Number 3 on Grant. It's a 2-point Chicago lead. Warriors have really tightened it up on defense. Mullin knocked it out, but it's off of him.
And how many times have we seen the Warriors make their little comebacks, and they start it at the defensive end. It just ignites their whole element, their whole game for them.
13 on the 24. Here's Pippen. He's going all the way, and they close the door. Mullin got it. Shot it goes to Hardaway. A look pass to Askew. What up? Play it in by Grant. Kept alive by Hill. Tyrone Hill now. And it's yanked down by Michael Jordan. What a sequence. The lob. Pippen with a super catch. And he is fouled prior to.
You know, you describe a super catch, Steve. It was. His head and that ball were right at the backboard. This is not an easy play. Watch this. You catch that, and he was thinking backboard. He couldn't go up and continue towards that, but just to catch it come up, and 3 players right around him, he still gets himself to the line.
Now they're saying it was in the act. The fans thought it was all ball, and they'll get a little justice here.
And folks, that angle from television was a good replay, but still didn't have the angle that you and I had from our vantage point. He was behind the backboard, and the ball was past it.
Oh, the degree of difficulty for that catch. Ooh, 2 for 5 from the line is Scottie Pippen. Warriors down 2. A chance to tie it, or with a three-pointer take their first lead in the game. Mullin running the show. He's just taking charge. Look out, here comes Hardaway, posting up, slithering in, dishing off, 3 on the shot clock, Askew, no, and it's ripped down by Stacey King. Paxson stops and punches. In and out, into the hands of Askew, down to Hardaway, Hill's hanging, here's Mullin!
They're doing a much better job clearing the boards and getting it out to the open man, Steve.
And this ball game is tied. Warriors coming from behind. They were down by 15 in the second. Here's a steal by Mullin. No! And the follow by Rod Higgins, and the Warriors lead for the first time. 70-68. And they're going crazy here at the Coliseum Arena. Jordan, uncontested.
Michael Jordan.
23 for Jordan. That quiets things for the moment.
You can see how the Warriors walking up. They are a little exhausted, Steve. They're a little tired. Do they have enough reserve to keep it going to the quarter break?
That remains to be seen. Nothing but net. And the Warriors recapture the lead, 72-70. A brand new ball game. Stacey King wheels and deals. And Don Nelson wants time. They're standing here at the arena. 2:53 left in the third. It's all tied up.
Huh? Oh, you had to come out and support the Warriors. It's going to be a good season. I'm glad to be out here having fun.
And your new CD, Too Legit to Quit, I guess you could say that about the Warriors.
Absolutely, too legit to quit.
All right, MC Hammer, back to you, Steve.
All right, thanks very much, Hugh. The Hammer with Too Legit to Quit with Chris Mullin and Scottie Pippen. Mullin with the ball. Ball game tied 72, 2:45 to go in the third.
Yeah, I haven't seen that video, but that's one I would go see. Turn on, what is it, on MTV or something?
You got it. Here's Higgins for 3. Well, in a few years, it'll be on VH1.
If Higgins hit that, it would have been a little MTV highlight.
All right, the B.J. Armstrong now, watched by Mullin.
least the television here, right?
8 on the shot clock. Here's Jordan. Wiggles in. Oh, brother.
Hill blocked it.
Yes, he did. That was a legit block. But a foul afterwards. What an effort.
Yeah, it takes 4 players, though, to slow him down. Watch. You got Hardaway. Now watch. You'll see Higgins take a swipe. Mullin's down there, and Hill gets a piece of it. Does he gather a crowd?
Well, Jim, we said at the outset that it might take 4 players to stop Michael Jordan. I didn't think on one play. All right, Livingston.
That's what happens. You see Livingston at the line courtesy of Jordan, because when Marciuliones comes back in for Vincent Askew, terrific job, Steve.
He sits down with 7 points on 3 for 7 shooting. Couple of rebounds and some exquisite passing.
And that nice shot from the outside. Maybe that'll give him a little more confidence to shoot the ball.
And that super peripheral vision pass to a hanging Chris Mullin. 74-72 Bulls. 2:05 in the third. Hardaway looking to beat DJ Armstrong. He'll fire. Oh, what a rebound by Hill. That was magnanimous.
He let 2 Bulls fight for it, and they just took it right out of their grasp.
A Buck Williams-type move by Mr. Hill.
He plucked it.
Sure did. Hill almost stole it from Armstrong, but a good pass by Armstrong, and then Pippen's foul. 18 for Scott Pippen.
I know some people might be watching at home, and they rarely call a 3-second violation in the pros, Steve. Believe me, that rule is really stretched at this level. I think on that play, too.
They don't start the clock.
Well, the officials, you know, one guy's supposed to count that, but they just, it's such an abused rule.
Hill with his, Higgins with his 3rd foul. The Warriors down 3 minutes and a half left in the third. Foul on Armstrong.
Penalty situation. Bulls have committed their
And then we'll put Hardaway on the line.
second personal number 10, B.J. Armstrong.
So Hardaway, 0 for 1 from the line, has 12 points.
1 personal penalty, 2 shots.
Remember the Phoenix game, he was hitting the clutch free throws when all of a sudden the Suns closed it. But not many people shooting the ball well from the line tonight in the Golden State Warrior uniform. Phil Jackson.
They're really struggling. 10 for 17.
Phil Jackson's off that bench a lot more than he generally is tonight.
He's got to be counting his blessings right now with the Warriors foul shooting. It's only 77-75, 1:20 to go in the third. Illegal defense. Nelson telling Tyrone Hill, giving him advice for at least the next time.
He had a switch. He knew it. No one was upset on the play, and everybody conceded the fact that Hill did not make the proper move in the right direction towards his man.
Really in a very cool, composed fashion, just explaining to Hill. Pressure. Oh, let's see, was it a 5-second? No, they got a 20. Now a full. Now a full.
Yeah, they've already used it. I thought.
Well, Pippen had no other choice in the matter, and you see a very frustrated Phil Jackson. So there's a timeout with 1:09 to go in the third. The Bulls by 2.
If you thought a really powerful business
So the NBA had the fewest injuries and suddenly beset by injuries to some key people. Bill Cartwright fractured his left hand last Friday against the Bucks. He'll miss about 6 weeks. 3-point specialist Craig Hodges had a collision with his own teammate Stacey King in practice, so he's out till mid-December off knee surgery. I was talking to Jerry Krause, the GM. There's Cartwright, Natalie attired, and he said, well, you know, we're going to prove right now what kind of depth that we have. And, well, they're hanging in there. They've won 6 in a row.
And that was Craig Hodges next to him. Of course, Cartwright, former USF graduate, very popular. Very nice man.
Yes, he is.
Very, very congenial, well-spoken.
Jordan. What a hang move. Jordan suspended in air. That's beautiful. breathtaking.
It's fun to watch.
25 points for Jordan. That creates a buzz in the stands. 79-75, Chicago. Through the hands of Hardaway.
It's too hot. You've got to throw that a bounce pass. Tyrone Hill just not used to handling it out there.
And Armstrong burns the Warriors off the turnover.
You want to give a guard a bounce pass as he's coming to you more often. That was about a 6-foot pass, and it was about 2 feet over Hardaway's head and very fast.
11 Warrior turnovers leading to 18 Bulls points. Bulls by 6. 30 seconds to go in the third. Hardaway for three. Oh, Hill had it, and Higgins got a hand on it and knocked it away from him inadvertently. Armstrong just getting the ball, and then he's out of bounds. Good pressure by Hardaway. He stepped on the line.
Yeah, this was a tough pass by Pippen. And there you see, I'll tell you what, he traveled too on the play.
Now, Billy Owens back in for Golden State. Had some flashes there in that early third quarter. Tyrone Hill goes out.
It just seems that Billy Owens doesn't get easy shots. He just doesn't get a lot of stuff around the hoop where he's wide open.
Warriors looking for the last shot of the third. Down 6. Now they got to do it. Hardaway, three. Oh, brother! Somebody up there likes him. And the buzzer with Jordan flinging from behind the midcourt line. It's him. Hardaway has brought the Warriors to within 3 points, heading into the fourth as we check our Budweiser game summary. Rod Higgins once again sparking the Warriors off the bench. Yeah, the Bulls have their 51% to 45. Go ahead.
Yeah, Higgins 8 points off the bench in that quarter. Mullin shooting a technical foul, which was assessed against head coach Phil Jackson. He was a little over-anxious to tell the officials how he felt after that timeout. Well, we don't have Magic anymore, but you still have Michael Jordan, who does perform his magician's act. The inimitable fashion of Michael Jordan.
Meanwhile, Jim, Phil Jackson has 3 technicals within 2 games against Golden State. He got ejected at halftime of the first meeting. Let's see if he hangs around for the end of this one. Good ball movement there. Armstrong and Pippen able to connect. 83-79. The Bulls by 4. Scottie Pippen now has 21.
Well, BJ's a much tougher defender than he was his first 2 years, Steve.
And he and Hardaway are really going at it. We'll keep an eye on them. They're jawing, they're pushing, they're shoving. Oh, brother! A rainmaker by Marciuliones. I think Pippen actually got a piece of it.
That's just a very nice shot when you know you have to go up over the long, extended arms.
Yeah, it took a while for it to come down. Higgins with the quick hands. Almost stole it. Pippen. Rebound Mullin. He one-hands it.
He tips it to himself, as he often does. All the way.
Marciuliones! Oh! But he is fouled. It teetered on the rim.
Well, you can see when Sharunas has that 45-degree angle, it's one dribble and a long step. And look at him get the contact. Now look at Billy Owens. You see that, how he held off? There's a young player that realizes that that basket would have been wiped away if he had interfered with it and it had a chance to go down, so he laid back.
Well, he's got some smarts out there. Marciuliones 0 for 2 in the line. There he is.
They just got, one of his problems is they haven't integrated him into the half-court offense because he simply can't remember all of those plays from all of those positions.
Meanwhile, Hansen came in for Pippen. Marciuliones makes 1 out of 2, has 11. Warriors down by 1. And 45 to go in the fourth. Jordan rolls left on Marciuliones, stops and pops. 27 for Michael.
Yeah, you're talking about a very efficient second half for Michael Jordan. He's not wasting much.
9 for 19 from the floor. And 6 rebounds.
That means he was 6 for 9. He's been 6 for 9. He was 3 for 10 in the half. Jordan 6 for 9, 67% in the second half. And he's just taking his time. He's doing it in spurts. He goes a little bit, he hangs back, involves some other people, and then all of a sudden he says, okay, it's my turn again, I'm going to take over.
And every play he's involved in seems to be an adventure. The foul on Hanson. Marciuliones hits the first. Here's Vincent asking, who looked so impressive earlier. Hardaway will get a little breather here. I don't think we've seen the last of him. He leads with 15.
You know, I played with Pistol Pete Maravich, the gunner. I mean, here's a guy that averaged over 42 points a game in his collegiate career. Michael Jordan could average 40 in the NBA if he wanted.
All he needs are some drooping socks.
All he had to do is just say, I'm going to shoot a little bit more, because he is one person that can create a shot anytime he wants.
Look at this. A three by Armstrong with a man in his face. That's an impressive shot. He was 2 for 4 coming in from downtown. 88-84. The Bulls. Top shot by Marciuliones. Outstanding.
Spinning and bullying his way. He uses his body so well, gets so low, and he's so strong.
15 for Saunas. Warriors down 2. And it's Michael Jordan slithering in, knifing his way through. And Michael now has 29.
Pippen goes out. Jordan controls the ball. He controls the offense.
Ron Higgins for 3. That's his third from downtown. What a performance by Ron Higgins.
You talked to Nelly before the game and how well he's been playing. Not only just shooting the threes, but in all aspects.
1 point, Chicago lead. The duck under move by Michael Jordan, and he is fouled on the play.
I thought he traveled on the play. I thought he switched pivot feet.
That's what the part of the segment of the crowd feels.
Let's watch his feet. Let's watch his feet after he stops. Now, watch this. He has a left foot pivot foot. Look at that. He switched. He changed. He changed pivot feet. That is a legitimate travel.
So Jordan at the line.
Well, that's what Nelly was complaining about too, Steve.
Well, he got away with it. 30 points now for Michael Jordan as Pippen comes back in for King.
That's a great replay.
Really shows it.
How'd they know that? Was that Marty on it down there? That's a good one for the truck.
Michael Jordan now with 31. 11 for 13 from the line. 92-89. Chicago by 3. They have led most of the way. Biggest lead 15 in the second. Marciuliones. A one-man routine here. He's got 17.
You see, Hanson can't control a guy that strong and that quick. He'd rather guard a Higgins or a Mullin or even an Askew, who's not that lightning quick the way that Marciuliones can strike.
Bulls by 1, 92-91. And Michael Jordan fills it up again. He's on a rampage now.
Yeah, I think he's dispelling the ghost, expelling the ghost of the Coliseum arena here tonight.
He has 33.
And that's 20 after the half.
Billy Owens with a wild move, and it went down. Pippen thought it was a foul on Owens for pushing off, but that's a big-time move. Still a one-point game.
8 minutes to go, Steve. I'm going to tell you right now, the Warriors are a good basketball team. You can see they weren't playing well. They're still in this game. They'll play with anyone.
Mullin again taps it to himself. Warriors down 1, 8 minutes. Mullin for 3. Marciuliones keeps it alive. Got it! Welcome to the Marciuliones show. What a scoop to the hoop by Marciuliones from the field, and the Warriors have the lead with 7:47 to go in quarter number 4. There are the numbers. Marciuliones taking charge.
And every one of them, with the exception of that long shot over Pippen high in the air, all going to the basket, right to the rim with a scoop. Look at him go low here.
Jump ball! Marciuliones doing it at both ends, tying up Livingston.
How many times have we seen this, Steve? He just goes right to the floor, and he just says, I'll wrestle you, both knees on the ground.
Not bad for a guy also wrestling with the flu. He got the tip, but Jordan ripped in for it.
Yeah, he's playing right through the flu. And Jordan's playing right through the net.
35 for Jordan, who is high as 40 here at the Coliseum Arena. His low was 12. The Coliseum Arena jinx not affecting Jordan tonight. Warriors down 1. They close the door. Marciuliones. 8 on the shot clock. Mullin for three. It is not going for Chris.
It's straight, but it's on the back of the rim every time.
Jordan. And the foul. Hardaway all over Livingston. Boy, Jordan can take it up a couple of gears. Foul on Hardaway. His third. Livingston getting banged around tonight.
Let's see if they clear the floor for Saunas once again. Put everybody out near the three-point line. You've got to come out or play illegal defense. Or look and see if they're going to go to Hardaway down low against BJ.
Livingston had the lackluster regular season, came alive in the playoffs, particularly the LA series.
Yeah, former Atlanta Hawk, but here's a guy that puts it out there. He comes to play every night.
Ferocious. 98-95, Chicago by 3, 6:40. And Livingston right there defensively. He diagnosed that bad play, SQ. And Owens fouling Grant.
It's getting to that time of the game, Steve. You've got to take care of your possessions. That last turnover is Phil Jackson's watching on, and he's coaching to the hill tonight too, isn't he? Yeah. But Hardaway had the little back door again over the top. Had he been able to complete the pass, it would have been a deuce.
All right, Scottie Pippen now. Most of his damage was done in the first half. Jordan. Armstrong for three. Mullin went down, no call. Right in Rush's face. And it goes in. Oh, brother. And Mullin chewing Eddie Rush's ear off.
The problem is you got to get up and play. If the play was over and all of a sudden the ball goes back to the Bulls and they had a mini fast break in a half-court set.
SQ with his fourth.
For Billy Owens.
And to the line will be Horace Grant. Billy Owens goes out. And Rod Higgins is in. Can Higgins do it again? Oh, Grant misses, and Mullin steps in for the rebound. That's his 11th, tying his season high. 195, the Bulls by 5. Here's Higgins. Stops. Pops. Oh, in and out. Approaching the midway mark of the fourth. Five on the timer. Three-pointer by Pippen, and Armstrong kept it alive. Here's Pippen again. Oh, what a soaring rebound, but it's going to be a foul. Livingston argues with Eddie Rush.
Well, it was all D in the first half by the guys in red. The Warriors held to 16 in the first quarter, but they put it up a bit. They got 29 in the second, 33 in the third. They've got 20 so far in a little over, not quite 20, excuse me, what, 17, in a little over 6 minutes here in the fourth. So they have broken down the defense somewhat.
Mullin trying to get free, but it's tough with Jordan. Shot clock to 5. SQ underneath. SQ thought he was fouled. No call. Here comes a 3-on-1. Pippen. And Don Nelson wants to talk it over. A little surge here by Chicago.
Warriors.
You know, the good teams know how to win, and they know how to win on the road, and we're looking at a great team here, the defending champions, so you got to concentrate each and every time, and of course it's hard to slow these guys down. They got so many weapons.
Hardaway with the crossover. The tip, got it by SQ. I would look for more action here from Tim Hardaway down the stretch. 102-97. The Warriors down by 5.
Yeah, they're going to try to isolate Hardaway with B.J. Armstrong, maybe even a post-up or two. But their problem right now is they've got to stop Chicago from scoring.
And on the shot clock, Jordan.
And how do you stop him?
Like that.
How about an air ball?
And they'll do it every time. Air ball from Air Jordan. Mullin down to Marciuliones. He's been the man. Blocking foul. Marciuliones has been dynamite here in the second half.
Well, Nolan Fine makes a fine home call here, and it is a good call. Livingston was clearly moving on the play, did not establish position. If he'd have been there, though, Schreuder still would have lowered the shoulder and gone into it.
Oh, yeah. That's something Bill Walsh can appreciate, sitting over there. Wait a minute now. It's going to be a non-shooting foul, so they'll take it on the side.
Yeah, both teams at 4. He was not in the act. Next time, though,
no penalty yet.
They will be in the penalty. Right. Here's the one-on-one. Now look at Livingston cheating.
Higgins for 3. Nice play by Grant. But a foul as Higgins hit the deck. Grant thought he got all ball.
Well, he got all ball, but then he got Higgins after the block. Now that's simply good pursuit from the weak side. Now here's Hardaway. Now watch Livingston come to the picture. Now the Warriors have a guy in the corner and then Higgins. And there's the bump after the shot, but a good block by Horace Grant and Higgins to the line. Higgins shooting the ball with confidence.
Yeah, what can you say? 19 points off the bench, 3 from downtown. And he's got his season high. 18 was his previous season high. Now has 20, and the Warriors within 3, 4-10.
They can put the pressure on, make them use the shot clock a little bit more. Then they rush at the end. That's one way of playing it. Play the passing lanes.
Little B.J. Armstrong.
Yeah, he's really stepped up this year. He really has stepped up his game in all facets.
A lot of confidence. Killer crossover, Hardaway. Out of bounds to Golden State.
Chicago is forcing Hardaway to do, though, he is not able to. Chicago is forcing Hardaway to do, though, he is not able to get all the way for the layup. He has to pull up and shoot a floating 5-6 footer. Those are tough shots.
Hardaway, nice pass to Higgins, stopped by Livingston, and Livingston with his 4th.
And you see that little shaky screen. He thought he got all ball. Pretty good block underneath here. Hardaway, nice one inside to Rod. Rod goes up strong. Yeah, they're calling the body contact. Remember when Higgins went up with Livingston, the same place in the first half, and he blocked him right at the top? Well, hip to hip again.
They've just returned the favor. Higgins, 4 for 4 from the line. And against his old team, he now has 22. 104-101, Chicago, 3:38. Marciuliones made the play. Mullin. Oh, what a play by Marciuliones. He's going all the way.
He's cut a path through there, through the middle, all the way. It's mowed and ready.
104-103. Chicago by 1, 3:10 to go. Jordan cuts on Askew. Can't hit. Ferocious rebound by Higgins. Warriors can take the lead with 3 minutes. Hardaway for 3. Marciuliones wreaking havoc.
And they're going to call it a 5th foul. That's his 5th, Steve.
And a penalty situation. He is in the middle of everything.
You know, the full court press, watch what Schreuder does. He just holds position. BJ loses control. Mullin comes up with it, and Schreuder just goes right down the gut. Home free once more. How many times have we seen that in the second half?
Many.
Little scoop shot right down the bottom of the net.
And the Matador defense.
I don't like the three-point shot by Hardaway. I know he hits it so many times.
I was going to ask you about that. If he was a little over-anxious.
Too quick. That's exactly right, Steve. I think they could have gotten something. It was still a transition game. Maybe take it to the hole. I have no fault for that.
Meanwhile, Scottie Pippen missing the first. 3 for 7 from the line. And he got a little roll, a little help there. Pippen now with 24. Man Jordan with 35, but the Warriors down 2:48 and counting.
I'll tell you something, if the Warriors can win this game, it will really elevate their mind. It will really give them so much more confidence, especially in the Bulls.
Going into Portland. And Marciuliones is fouled. Down goes Pippen.
Chicago foul, number 33, Scottie Pippen. Third personal foul.
Marciuliones is 3 for 5 from the line. Has 21.
The refs have really called this very tightly. They've really protected the shooters in the game, and they've taken control. I think it's been a very well officiated basketball game.
All right, now the Warriors inserting Tyrone Hill. Higgins gets a big hand off the bench to lead the Warriors in scoring with 22. He's going to stay right there, folks.
Yeah, he's not going real far.
Looked like he was being held for a second by Mullin, but may have gotten away with it. So Marciuliones makes 1 of 2. He's still very erratic at the foul line. Down 1. They close the door on Jordan. 2:15 remaining.
Down to 7.
Jordan off Pippen. 3, 2, and Pippen.
The killer. Not deadly, but it does hurt.
20-second timeout.
20-second timeout.
Scottie Pippen now has 26. As he hit it at the 24-second buzzer. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by the authority of the NBA and the Golden State Warriors and is intended solely for the private non-commercial use of our audience. Any publication, reproduction, retransmission, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this game without the express written permission of the NBA and the Golden State Warriors is prohibited.
Steve, with that 20-second timeout, Nelly used that up, but he still has 3 full timeouts remaining in the last 2:06. And, you know, he knows how to milk that clock. Once again, it's 2:06, Steve, but it could be about a 12, 14-minute.
And the Warriors are down 107 to 104.
Right here, not too fancy.
Makes your heart skip a beat.
Levinson has 4 fouls.
Askew back to Hardaway, 9 on the timer. Hardaway wiggles, fires, not there. Rebound Jordan. Warriors disjointed in that last trip. 135, Warriors down 3. It's been an uphill battle just about all night for Golden State. The foul up by Livingston. Really wanted it. It's an Askew. And it will send Cliff Livingston to the line.
Warriors dodged a big bullet there, though. Livingston had a good look at the basket.
Well, he's 4 for 6 from the line. Bulls having their problems, too, at the line. They are 22 for 33.
Well, he was 4 for 6. That's what he shoots on the season. He's 67%. So that is a little plus for a factor.
This is both. Askew is being held by Michael Jordan, I believe.
That's a critical foul. Does 2 things. Puts the guy on the line, Steve, and to the demise of, even though he's clapping, he's not clapping in fulfillment. It stops the clock. Michael's saying, you got to be kidding me calling that.
Well, they did with a minute 23. 2 shots. Vincent Askew, 1 for 2 tonight at the line, has 9 points. Hill and Higgins departs. And he won't go very far again. Stacey King is back. They want to get Hill in for a possible rebound. He misses. And Pippen Pippen sneaks in for the rebound. Tough shooting by Askew.
That hurts. That hurts. So many free throws tonight. And the ones coming down the line, you always remember.
That could have made it a one-point game. It's still 3. Here's Jordan. Big rebound here. It's Mullin. Chris Mullin with his 12th rebound.
I know Timmy won't pull up on this. You got to kick it in.
Marciuliones for 3.
And I asked why.
Down it goes to, punched out of there by Tyrone Hill. He also punched Armstrong to the floor in the process. Boy, that Armstrong's tough.
I'm really perplexed about the outside shots in the last minute.
That last one by Marciuliones, you have to wonder.
Yeah, I mean, Saunas, who has had his way going to the basket, wasted his dribble, worrying about the three-point line.
Well, it's not over yet. 50 4/10 as Marciuliones fouls out. He fouls out with 22, tied for team high honors with Higgins. Both off the bench tonight, although Marciuliones has played a lot of minutes. He came in early.
Oh, not over by a long shot. But you've got to make good decisions. And this is the real crunch time.
Well, Armstrong's first trip to the line, he's made 12 straight. He's 5th in the league, 14 for 15. Even he misses. It's contagious. He's shooting 93%. Livingston for King. Livingston with
only 4 points.
Yeah, only 4 points, but doing the job off the boards. And that time Armstrong connects. 4-point game, 50 seconds to go. Hardaway for 3 again. Rushing it again, perhaps. Unless that's what Don Nelson told him to do. What do you think?
I think he said take a quick shot, but that's only conjecture on my part. But I just don't quite frankly understand. I mean, you go to the basket. How many times do they foul you? You didn't go to the line and you stopped the clock. You served 2 purposes.
Tim Hardaway.
Now he's shaking his head because if you're going to foul, he says foul immediately. Don't let them run off 15, 16, 18 seconds. He wants a timeout after the first free throw.
Tim Hardaway is 0 for 5 in the quarter. And the Bulls certainly have their man at the line, B.J. Armstrong.
No, they didn't take the timeout. Watch B.J. Steve, watch where his toes are. Creeps up. Is he behind the line or is that a violation?
He is just a hair behind. A better angle here. He was behind.
Yeah, they wouldn't call it anyway.
Timeout now by Golden State. 21 and 9/10 seconds on the clock. The score Chicago. And there is a question of decision making here on the part of the Warriors down the stretch with those 3-point quick rush launches. And, you know, you make an interesting point. Why wouldn't you drive down the middle, try to create a foul situation? You stop the clock, what have you. Instead, they were rushing up, and Hardaway 0 for 5 this quarter.
And it's still the sign of a young ball club. The Warriors are still a very young ball club, and he is still a very young basketball player. He's good. He's getting better, but he still has some maturation.
Well, many of these fans are heading out. But now you got to go to the threes. Here's Owens. Well, he's going all the way in for 2. It's a 4-point game. Looking for the steal or a foul. And there's the foul.
And once again, though, you put B.J. on the line.
Wrong guy on the line. Askew 6. He's gone. Fouls out with 9 points. 4 rebounds, 4 for 10 from the floor. Here's an interesting stat here handed to us by our stat man Dave Feldman. The Warriors have 16 assists. They average close to 27. So that had a little bit of a bearing on the ball game here.
You talk about, the Chicago Bulls are a very good free throw shooting team. So even if you put Jordan on the line, he's at 86. You got Pippen at 84. And Armstrong, 93. And Paxson down the line and scoring there, but he's still an excellent free throw shooter. So they've got the good shooters in.
Armstrong 4 for 5 from the line.
Even Horace Grant today, you see.
He has a team 77%, the Bulls. The Warriors hurting themselves at the foul line tonight. And it's a 6-point game and 14.6 seconds to go. The guys on the other side, Chicago. So a good start for them. They'll be at Seattle on Friday. The Warriors will be at Portland on Friday against the defending Pacific Division champs. It doesn't get any easier in this league. Every night is a tough one. Then they've got 8 of the next 10 at home. They'll be home Saturday night to play Milwaukee. That won't be a cakewalk either. So a tough start.
Of course, they beat Milwaukee in Milwaukee. And I still feel, you know, the Western Conference is the toughest conference. How about San Antonio? They win tonight. Now they go to 7-1. Houston 7-2. And how about a surprising Seattle team? They win tonight. They're 7-3. So they will be in a virtual deadlock with the Golden State Warriors, unless the Warriors pull some miraculous thing out of their hats.
And a less than miraculous night for the man we just saw, Chris Mullin. Here's Hardaway.
Warriors can foul and still have another timeout.
4-point game, 11 seconds. Not a foul, at least to give yourselves a chance. And Mullin nearly stole it. 4.6 seconds, but the Bulls wisely used up a lot of time.
And it seemed like the Warriors allowed them. They didn't want to foul. You could see they were trying to get a steal, but just no angle, and Paxson wouldn't give the ball up.
They're not going to foul him, are they? There's the buzzer. What's Eddie Rush saying? He's saying hold everything. Stay right here. Trying to read his lips.
I think they had a 10-second violation.
Yes, you're right. Very good.
1.2 seconds remaining.
So with 1.2 seconds remaining, it'll be Golden State ball down 4. You think the Bulls are going to foul him here, Jim?
I think the Bulls should join.
They're going to go to the locker room.
Yeah, they should join Phil Jackson right along the sideline.
Higgins for 3, and that's it. That is it. So they split the season series, even though we're still in November. It's all over between these two teams. 1-1. The two buddies shake hands. Jordan and Higgins, and Michael Jordan is one happy customer. He had 35 points, but our BMW player of the game is the man Jordan